This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Do you people, Andy and Franco Naro, have you forgotten Mbappe's idol? How he left Madrid, Juventus, and Manchester United? There is no amount of rain that can wash away the spot on a leopard. Joke, Diaso, Modaso, and anyway, and so our brain. Kessben Television. We are your midfield action. KWAME MEKKE, ahofe. Maimra ho. Na
Dada mapasamaka.
No. Minkari. So the local source in the brain.
Aye.
We are nafi.
Angular
Newton. Marriage atanso a standby. Or the other family can son of Jafonso Aberre local source no emo. My intiwe.
General Mamisha say FM Freedom na 23 Bobuko no wamaso makokopie mu ebo momaya ye frɛ no ye Egypt a womo prepare ye papa management committee chairman Frederick Champion na eda team na no a womakokopie mu eno a woma team ni kwan ma general mu ko beach nante local based players the foreign based players ni nyina no womo ny opportunity etu sana mo no enso ebo ho hihye ne se mo ebobo eye friendly games awodo enso wansa na team no edo mani enso akyere Morocco for the under-20 championship and only under-23 in somewhere a free hoba. The Black Stars of Ghana and so eguso prepare. Black Stars shenin so se a China team in training. Friday na Black Stars ada many every Ghana edo many and so actually Madagascar for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier Ghana ye kwa kobo. Then I'm so train etimi baso edema the Black Stars of Ghana ewa Accra Sports Stadium after training and a coach Chris Hutton and Joseph Pencil womentimi konsem twefo hyiemu ekoye ekoyi nsemo ede emayen Chris Hutton nsembebre tudwa Joseph Pencil enso nsembebre tudwa Joseph Pencil was sabre hu hia say nyese individual and was adwen say individual and beto atara we na beto atara say debi team no ene hia say individual to atara kora a was team no etimi di inkonim.
With your question, for me, I'm not really under pressure or something. You know, my style of play is to always help the team in terms of giving assists, in terms of fighting, in terms of defending, in terms of taking players on. That's my task. If I score, yeah, we thank God. But the most important thing is the team. That's the most important thing. So it doesn't matter who scores or who makes the assist. The most important thing is working together as a team to produce the results for Ghanaians. Thank you.
We someone Joseph Pencil wade atudwa e dey afa aye team no was so more gidie and more believe and so more am I ready for match aye Madagascar but no matter aye players so players bo am ko amana no ko ball ho no and as a league dey be ntimi anjibe eno nkyere se oba national team amode mo enkostro enu nti bo ma national team no am I ready.
Yeah, is really motivated for this clash between Madagascar. Yeah, as you can see, we still have the belief. The belief is still there, the teamwork, you know, the commitment and everything. So even though they had a little bit ups and downs in their club, that doesn't really affect them in their national team. And with their mentality, they are really ready for it. And we always talk about it. And you know, their full focus is on the game. And you know, the pass is the pass, and they are always focusing on the game, which is against Madagascar. So I think every player who is invited here is really ready to give it all for the fans and for Ghanaians.
Joseph Pencil na ade sanse wanyina dia tudwa ade for the senior national team the Black Stars of Ghana. Coach Chris Hutton so kasai was say AFCON no players no onim say ono de waba no obaba boa players no for the AFCON no but player wa join the team no unsu nim say AFCON team no waba 2025 also ye na Ghana team qualify.
Always been impressed with the level of commitment and quality that we have. What they're here for. They know what the challenge is. They know that at the end of this challenge is AFCON 2024. This is the goal. So that's the starting position. My responsibility is just to reaffirm that with them. You know, to get them together as a group, to determine the tactics, to determine the team, and to encourage the spirit that I know what they're here for.
Coach Chris Hutton and this handsome with the place in our him say I've conti and on my bar when my boy Magani to qualify was also casted for place or me available place to be meant to be place or me available one more Ebabesia Kai Ediama Ghana.
Always been impressed with the level of commitment and quality that we have in the training, and in most cases it makes life a little bit more difficult for the coach because as the head coach I have to pick a team, and that can be part and parcel of it. It can be for what I already know, or it can be from something that I see in the training that makes me think a little bit different.
Coach Chris Hutton, the no ansem no was also casted for her fees conconi was a fees conconi by no or bobo into no main team no when team no man training or no quine in training and one chenra and a create or man quine and my brand to join team no NCA training was so shed him a year have fees conconi nemum na system coaches no and the two and say yemfre a year have fees conconi na onimbo pa.
It's really only today that we've seen him. Yes, because he played on Sunday. Yesterday he had a recovery day, so he trained today. And probably what I was fortunate to see him live at last weekend, and I have been able to watch him on video. And so it wasn't such a surprise. I thought he did well today. It wasn't a surprise because he's a player that I've enjoyed watching. He's a young player, so I think he has a lot of development still. I think he's quite a mature. Speaking to him, he's quite a mature player for his age. But I have to be honest with you. I don't know him so well. And my responsibility over this period of time is to know the league better. I've been trying to participate in as many games as I can, and I will continue to do that. And as I continue to do that, I will get better knowledge of the league in general, but probably more importantly for us, I will get better knowledge of individual players.
Yeah, and lastly, with
Where Coach Chris Hutton and this handsome way to ya was Ghana, your local league level no, I was through there, but in this rupee. But the very important say or call around so some of the teams no or more young players and a teams no AU so modu ball league no and no Emma a year Dutch in the man national teams no a pa.
Colleague, I think the level is a good level. But what I have to determine is, what does a good level mean? Because you can only judge that by comparing it to something else. And what we have predominantly in the squad are a squad that's predominantly play in Europe and play in different leagues in Europe. Some in the top leagues, but all good leagues. So my responsibility is to determine the level and how I gauge that level. It's very difficult because I have to do it against something, and I will only know that by watching as many games as possible. The difficulty, I suppose, with the local league is that the league loses a lot of players, and of course when you have a league that loses a lot of players, it's what you replace them with. And probably what I have seen is that a lot of clubs are bringing in younger players, which is good for development. And there's no doubt there is talent here, but it's about the next stages for them and playing on the best stages that they can. So again, I'm still in that stage of assessing everything. But I must admit, I've enjoyed a lot of the games I've seen. I've enjoyed. Some of the surfaces have been difficult surfaces, and I've seen teams that have tried to play good, attractive football on these surfaces. So yeah, I certainly feel that I will get more knowledgeable as time goes on. As regards the level of the
We are the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. They know free Black Stars. Yen to us other stories. Emu. You bet to us other stories. Ma ye ni beche. Ghana Football Association. So say dear. Next season, clubs ni na jenon pese about autonomous league no. Enunti togbe afede. Ena wono eda committee na no. Ye fanto dwa e wo me finance dwumede no se 26 of a year this month togbe afede afre clubs ni na for meeting wo mo ko discuss autonomous league no wo mo gidi se next season no e wo say yetimi bo autonomous na general problem a wompa for the autonomous league ni chese kwan ben so and the Premier League clubs no o metimenya reps o metima representing clubs no wo executive council no so enra wo mu share no wo mu discuss ni nyinam ensu di fro se betima to oba ne onkwan clubs no ebetimenya reps wo metimi a represent clubs no enso executive council no so through the autonomous league no wo mu discuss ni nyinam enso edifrio ye to so other stories ma ye fan to dwa say bet power and the Ghana Football Association e wo meeting but among for business $1 million wo mu je yes wo de beboa e ma sabre ye Premier League no promotions and nyama wodo no etima kose ne chese se nsufoma beden se general medals ahodo a ye present edema teams ni nyina no ebi ayi free wo mu yi free $1 million ni mu sanso na wo mu kire mu a empon organization of finals no anase mediama nhihia wo mu ye any third place nhihia wo mu ye ni nyina no wo mu nya sika ne bi wo mu ye ni nyina free $1 million ni mu coordinations awodo a wo mu ye ni nyina no it was part of it and wo mu kire mu a wo mu timi use ya eboa ye ma league no enso be kwa ba you say some of the clubs no ebisa say $1 million no a clubs GF no anase bet power intua no dien na wo metime ediye eno ye some of the breakdowns amikasa no abra wo mhia clubs in January wo metime discuss ni nyina edifio next season wo mhia clubs wo na to clubs ni nyina nim say mandatory say all the Premier League clubs ubenya women's team ubenya a man team wo team na so last season wo me the two teams so be prepared towards so betimenya women's team na etimi account as part of club licensing nyema sabre wo me de aba no wo masan so e de to clubs nyina nim se sabre de obi anhye ne so se ubenya women's team no ade a mandatory enso e wo eno a wo mo hia no mo hia etoto adwene de for governance and structure congress wo mo eba beko no na January say 3 times of the GFA president say GFA president ebetima call 3 times na de wo mo say take effect this elections there be it take effect of this elections enye ye nemom the next election no na ebetima take effect ensu ewom because asatana no aben ho sempo no congress ebetimi age atum enso ede amomo enso yento so other stories ma ye fe ni nche Kotoku Royals o maso ye wo ma brand na so captain e friend no Richmond Zikwe ye se brand January onim boye papa ede ma Kotoku Royals Dreams FC, Kumasi Asante Koroko, Bechem United, and then has a show interest. So munya Richmond Zikwe, so Missy Akai, and Famomoa, womani ejuye papa. Na andikumi has a con. Samsona mediama dear, in Shemuchesa Branton personal terms crano, Ometimino Evi, Akasa Omene Ayabuboke Kotoku Reals, ever concluded, na Genua, Wometimi Ama Branton Aquacosia Kai, Ediamo, Menina say, Coach, Edema Boboko, a friend of Mediamo Sonia and Dukumia, about 1 year papa and so Timediama and the Dinkomo. But woman sheni say woman team ni besia na from concluded deal because Kotoku Royals and a more kwan so metime and no and so akasam e de afa empono obe join the club no ye fe ni nche oboase je no be ken no video ye show ye menya call from oboase e de afa Linkley Sports Stadium Anglo wo mo penyi ba ko afreme na January wo se sabre eye no munim se Linkley Sports Stadium situation say na edru na no omunye opportunity ehwe kakra e wo Kessben TV so wo mo say ni benim ye no wo mo free meeting with champion na wo ma discuss the way forward kwa betima faso na wo matimi aye facility no ho adwuma enimenim ya because the we are AC Con General e betimi asai e besai enu nti wo mo ahia se wo ne wo be discussions e dia fa na wo matimi a renovate so many den wo matimi aye e dia free o enso e dia mom yento so e wo other stories emu a wo be ka de betudwa se fake cap no se the confirmation aba se e be koso e wo Dr. KWAME Sports Complex ene Ghana Football Association confirm me say on the 18th and the FA Cup finals 3 p.m. ebekoso or Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex because of so many ambience women say supporters etimi as stadium ne ma enunti and omodi sa match no asanso akoso ewo sa venue no ebioma mugidi say supporters no etimi ba number 13 nechi na teams nechi na nyemetimi konkan enso yanko Ghana Football Association aso ne January GFA hobe depa Alhaji Karim Gruza wada took him face afo mpanyifo nim so ne ono ene na namankwa na be represent club no ewo appeals committee meeting na ebekoso ne so because omugidi say womo en case a womo de akono womo ewo strong case interne womo ebekwa kopiemu ewo sanso na second year Zakes ene Super Rainbow FC womo so bekobi na Tamale City womo nyina ekwa kopiemu ne ehu the way forward the city as teams no can face a protest no points no ye de bemo mo anaccept points no yentimi emfa mobo mo enso ho ye beto so ewo other stories ma David Oklu what's as Jumedie no onya papa Mpenifo confirm no as the head coach of Hasa. The Nibejon somebody Jumedie no ebeman because coach bia da so ni so be coach top club e Ghana Premier League. Top clubs e Ghana Premier League nim e kotoko ene has. Nti job ne de opepa.
Every coach aim to be at the top. And currently Accra Sofuk and Kotoko are the best team in Ghana. So if Accra Sofuk say coach, we want you to be why not?
Video crew and a coach at the Mahas was a sabre Jumediano woman the mana the Nibeju year papa registration for a year next season Liga Ebabe Kosono Ghana Football Association clubs in Shama confirm say window no be no eye busumi yemu won be say clubs in registration in term no precision no wo mutimi ko na yetimi nya kwan share league no asentem na etimi boa clubs wo betimi akọ Africa no apart from set top form be no won be say boa na clubs no enso etimi prepare ye ansa na league no etimi hye ntom be bie registration no enso e de ato animanim ya Frank Nelson wo kolonso na akasa say there be we football team wa untimi ignore supporters nsem a wo mo ka no e de fatimo so we penyina da ayetim ano na we gino nsema supporters e kan de fatim no ho am e ha adwen ye papa after season no was say o metie nsem a has of supporters no akan de fatim no na fe management no etimetu ho anamo
na ye betina se na be hye bebi enko ye mine na bebi na enko ye na betimi aye plus and na be ye minus so be hye nyina who say football sometimes a passion nti obi betimi the passion na akadia no ho e wo park but sometimes we shen anya san at but at the end of the day say supporter kasa misumi ye supporter say ye tie na e ho die say dey no kasa say the same problem wo say management some explanation say supporter no so na coffee na we explanation na manage a positive change na depend in and out no better then here say yentina say Accra Sofuk na say ye media me committee ma asem de bia enye no that ye be say Accra Sofuk jina for because the investment ye wa Accra Sofuk enye investment de be dia go we check this season the investment Accra Sofuk ye from Kobima to head office and the commercial center and every other thing women league and every other team Aurora teams I mean they are all of empowerment na this season nti Accra Sofuk niam said that ko ye bet at the end of the day what me say enko ye ba because your areas na ye say positive Accra Sofuk at the end of the season na ye bet na say na be share
Mr. Frank Nelson Wokolo ono has board member and that what this ansem we e de atuya togba for the new one on a majority shareholder e wa Accra Sofuk bobo ekonomu yento so other stories ma former coach the Makumasi Asante Kotoko was sensu sia kai de Makotoko Black Stars defender Frimpo Manson was this season and found say coaches miensa and name Diema Juma best coach there ugidi so kwa edema coach Okochi Bobo Equire Friend Media Sporting Club Evans Adote.
Of course, once I will win the league, I don't think say it to me. I can say it doesn't matter. Say what match is saying because time I will be fan on team no na first and position will be fire unless we to me the winner matches or boy bian what to me at the winning the league. So for me, I think say for him and maybe make us say we should. Yes, a man of that at the end. I think he's done well because coach is there in Sunday by. Omen in a way, Banoko. I think there's a coach and Kayamo Monk. Into also be fine and KB and got the same situation no betting up so. So for me I think say a man of that idea. So he's done well. Oh, of course.
He's done well. I was said, no, yetimi edemano ni Sabankwe, former team manager, the Black Stars, former team manager, Liberty Professional, former team manager, has a voke and where ye a Juma for so many years. Ni Sabankwe, what's it there be? Mo bien mo a coaches no kwan so boss coaches no administrators no derby. One more Jimmy dear woman ni coaches ni dino pressure me coaches no and koye kra. January ni Sabankwe.
That I mean, blame coaches, no. Maybe blame administrators, no. Because coaches know what administrators influence them. No influence on selection. Now, and I make us see. Then coaches have no way. Mapa, it's my job. I can see. Make me imitate you, ama. Coach, so Joseph took a few. What's me influencing me that? As if you are the bed in pass me, could be said Jews. I mean, Naijma. I was Ghana. You were saying the Ghana football. I say businessmen, you're more ashamed. Come on, Ben, you get Domoba. And yet, man, no more ashamed. I need I'm going to discuss. Now, me Jews, I remember asked me, such a Jones here is from. I could do playing body. I said when you're playing body, no vulnerable. The last department, I'm my result. And it was not whole year. But here is the case, coaches, we are more than no agents. I'm just a people, I'm one down for agents. No matter we could two players are coaches, no. Now I'm going to put players to my coaches, no.
Ni Sabankwe, former team manager Nensema, what they atudja and sono. Was say Moses Amapaka, one will be a Jubao Hasso, Nimanoka has management has to took a no could into Suyan Yama ye papa can be and no I know the coaches no say influence on yet but no new coaches no it didn't come on Sansuno between the theatre the man James Quesia piano that coaches bua a difficult so bit my influence yomo.
I'm with Pacano. Was it Pacano say many more?
Okay.
Many years more, and also asking to see any. On play body in Yagokra, and I respect the coaches. Or impose the manager coaches. So it was just a matter of some no meetings. And technical meetings. Yes, and we be associated with the Jones says, Jones, only weekly meetings or more being. That's the muscle connected also, yes. Also for technical meeting. Into already the meeting will be at Najima. And don't mean for me that Ghana quite that no way mapa ni kusia pia ni masekundwa ena ni odu coach odu no free omo pam free ata omo di ma ko boedu no ono se ebe di empa tu ko one ko na on ti selection and
Dolly General Yamfensia.
Okay, Yamfensia na your stories no and so emu kakra na circles no sense no so ombeka say then na kwa medan kwa kan na ntisa omi nyina be kan na me pese o friend na kwa medan kwa biom na obesa kafa ho biom no na kam ye interested pa abo dumi no pa ho sima edu enkono ye bo stories no eso kakra na afei ya kana ma Newton Latin Marijata na ono so de board no so na or my information education and so kakra. Yensha Michael Ababio message here today about the truth be told. Per the switch and trend of African football of late, no Ghanaian team can make it to the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League or the Confederation Cup in the next 30 years. Mediama is just going to make up the numbers. They're going to replicate their what their predecessors did. Who have sold their pride and are still boasting of their old glories. I laugh when people criticize the FA for the prize money of the league. If the clubs brand themselves well, they don't have to depend on the prize money to do better recruitment. Madrid, Barca, and other teams buy players with huge amount. But do you know Madrid got just 158 million euro for winning the La Liga last season? which TV rights are included. So is the LFP cheating them? I'm a view Michael and anyway, and so a brain. Ye free ho na ya kona da kon and so ho wakra. Good afternoon, please. Black Stars are playing on Sunday, 4 p.m. Why have they fixed the FA Cup final also on a Sunday? On Sunday, okay. The Obusa and so no. MC Malik, at say, or say MC say even in Division 1 and the Premier, vandalism take place there without punishment. Fans harm each other, they attack players, coaches, and attack even referees. All these pass unpunished. So the students think it's normal in Ghana and Kumasi. MC Malik, they are the Ebrahim, and so I don't know. I'm here Didi, Akumadan Senior High School. Hearts of Oak had only 1 win and 1 draw in their last 8 games in our just ended league, making it 4 points out of 24. If indeed Hearts of Oak is as big as we claim, then we should have seen people resigning voluntarily. For instance, the people managing the day-to-day affair and the entire technical team. But we don't regard principle in Ghana, and it's one reason our football is failing to progress as expected. I've respected Hearts of Oak fans for demanding a headway to revive their class fortunes. And in their demand, they are not sparing anyone. Togbe should kindly know that his investment in the area of infrastructure is historic and legendary. But it mounts it's a fruitless achievement. It amounts to fruitless achievement with a failed success. So you should consider the numerous calls on him to stay back and hand over the administration into the stewardship of a capable person or team. Boss, with good management skills, House of Oak shouldn't be struggling to have sponsors because all our corporate head offices are in Accra. Didi Akumadan Senior High School.